And hey, it's Evan Kirstel here. I'm here today with Elisa Bartash, head of marketing at one of the most interesting, fascinating companies in the telecom infrastructure world, 2600 hertz, a company many of you have not heard of, but is really powering a whole array of services behind the scenes. Elisa, welcome.
Hi, Evan. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, I'm really delighted to chat because so many of the topics from UCAS to CCAS to CPAS, we love acronyms in telecom, but
Oh, yes, we do.
so many of those buzzwords are top of mind now, particularly during the pandemic. But before we dive in, maybe you could introduce, in your words, not mine, who is 2600 hertz and what do you do?
Absolutely. So 2600 hertz is a wholesale cloud communications provider. We offer a hybrid platform called Kazoo, and our audience out there today might not be familiar with Kazoo because it is a completely white label platform. It natively integrates UCAS, CPAS, and CCAS functionality. So we love those acronyms too, Evan. And our partners can, they white label Kazoo with their own logo, their own complete branding, everything from their own custom colors, and they can even customize what languages Kazoo is offered in. So you won't use a solution called Kazoo unless you're one of our partners, because your platform provider has completely white labeled our solution. And we make it easy for our partners to get started from day one because we have a suite of pre-built apps with all of the basic communications features and functionalities that our partners and users need to do their day-to-day communications and collaboration. So everything from an enterprise-grade PBX, collaboration tools, automated provisioning, and a user portal. And in addition to that, we also have over 300 APIs and integrations for our partners to build their own customized solution that really fits the specific needs of their end users. So, we have a lot of partners who offer a solution that is very industry specific, and they have customized Kazoo in a way that makes it easy for people in the specific industries to do their jobs as efficiently, streamline processes, and they've really made a name for themselves in those specific industries because they offer such a customized solution, and that also helps them, of course, with their own brand recognition and becoming a leader in their market.
That's awesome. I love the name, by the way, kazoo. We need more technology companies named after musical instruments. I'm very pro musical instrument. But in all seriousness, you're really sort of an innovation engine behind many phone companies out there who traditionally, I don't want to insult anyone, but have not been fantastic at innovating and developing their own services. So you're really powering a whole variety of services they can roll out at scale. Um, and it's not only services that enable customer experience, contact center services and communication services, but also services that can help their employees and other internal communications within their customer group. Tell us about that, the balance between customer experience, which everyone talks about, it's all the rage during the pandemic, but also employee experiences and what that means in terms of what you can empower.
Absolutely. And, especially you hear a lot nowadays about the Great Resignation. So a lot of employees are needing to do less with more. But it's also really important now to, when you're thinking about your employees and, you want to retain your employees, how can you streamline processes to make their jobs easier and to enable them to be more efficient? How can you streamline their communication and collaboration platform that they're using every day and integrate that with the other software that they need to do their jobs? There's this whole other aspect that, companies have traditionally focused on the customer experience, which of course is still incredibly important. Where would businesses be without their customers? But now it's really becoming even more important to think about how you can automate different tasks for your employees and ultimately offer them an enhanced experience, because then they'll be more likely to stick around. you know you're doing you're helping them by making their job a little bit easier, and in the end more productive, because they're not as frustrated. Their communication solution, by if you can integrate the other software that they use every day with their communication solution, they're not having to click around to multiple different tabs. And I know at the end of every day I have a million tabs open, and I feel like that's pretty common. I'm sure at least some of our listeners out there today, feel the same
Oh, I
way.
totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's, after 30 years in the enterprise, I was ready to jump off a cliff. I have been independent for about 7 years, but before that at Oracle and other big enterprises, and the amount of legacy business processes and legacy apps that just need, frankly, to be reinvented or shut down or made simpler is just off the hook. So it's great to see a lot of that internal communications capability that people have sort of ignored, frankly, over the years, or left to sort of fester, being reinvented with new employee experiences. And CPaaS, as a platform for developers, can really streamline that internal communication. It can help integrate contact center services internally, integrate CRM workflows. What kind of things are your customers doing when it comes to development of unique apps in-house?
That's a really great question. We're seeing a lot of different things. When it comes to the call center and contact center side of things, integrating the CRM is really important, because that makes it easier for call center agents to get information about the callers or the customers that are emailing in or chatting in. Giving them more information at their fingertips, and really streamlining their ability to get information, not require customers who might be calling in for a second or third time to repeat themselves. And
Oh, that's the
actually,
worst, right?
yes, and I think that we've all had, unfortunately, that experience. But something like integrating a CRM can help alleviate that, and that in and of itself can go a really long way. And I know I've been hearing about this and I've been reading about this for a while now, but CCaaS and integrating CRMs is going to be huge, especially in 2022 and beyond. And so then on the if you're looking more at the employee side of things, integrating the UCaaS and the collaboration tools that they use every day with things like project management applications. For example, I know that we use Smartsheets. So integrating a project management software that either specific teams use or that are used company wide, can really help with streamlining meetings, and something that I feel like is very top of mind nowadays, especially with all of the remote and hybrid work that's going on right now. Asynchronous collaboration is a topic that I think is, becoming increasingly important. And, by integrating something such as a project management software or other tools that businesses use, so that they can collaborate either in real time or asynchronously, is something that's really key and makes the employee experience even better right now.
Yeah, that's so great to see happening. I mean, we've lived in the enterprise with these silos for so long. Finally, there's more cross integration, cross enterprise, horizontal integration happening in our space of telephony and communications. It's no longer about just being a Microsoft house or a Google workplace shop, but how do you get all of these applications to talk to each other? And increasingly, that means real-time and asynchronous communication. So, and that's just not in the contact customer-facing side of the business. And there's so many UCaaS solutions out there that are kind of plain vanilla, generic solutions, which are great. I mean, cloud telephony now is the way to deliver voice, but there are also ways you want to integrate UCaaS into business tools and third-party apps and software and sort of workflows and building call flows into the workflows, right? So how do you customize that? Because every customer is not the same.
That's true, but that's where CPaaS comes in. And CPaaS really enables businesses to customize solutions, not just based on current business needs, but it also enables businesses to create customized solutions as those business needs change, and as they either change or add different software that their employees are using. So there's a lot of opportunity, and CPaaS really opens a lot of doors, not only say for our partners who are customizing and building specific solutions for their customers, but for those end users as well, because for example, our partners are able to they have the freedom to integrate really the specific third-party apps and software that their end users need to to do their jobs better and more efficiently.
Fantastic. And I've chatted with your co-founders in the past a couple of times. You guys are, I guess, technically based in Las Vegas, which is really cool for a tech company to actually be in Las Vegas, not just visiting for a trade show. But how has the pandemic, treated you guys? Are you still distributed and remote working? Do you go into the office from time to time, or what's happening internally?
Our team is distributed worldwide, and that has actually always been the case.
Wow.
We had our headquarters in San Francisco for a very long time, and with the pandemic, it really, we saw an opportunity to continue hiring and having people join our team from all over the world, and that goes back to the conversation, about people in different time zones and asynchronous collaboration, which is something that, we do a lot throughout the company. But, sometimes I tell people that, we were working remotely before it became cool with the pandemic. Like such as myself, I've always worked remotely for the company, but we've had a core group of people who have always, worked, and gone into the office. So, we use our collaboration tools, and we always have, and we, as some people say, like to eat our own dog food. And
Well, don't eat dog food. Drink your own champagne is the nicer
there we
version
go.
of
Okay.
that. That's what I've learned
I'll start
to
doing that. That's
use.
a much better metaphor.
Or drink your own wine. Whatever, you're using your own tools, which is fantastic. And congratulations on all the success. I guess you have a busy year ahead on the marketing front, and I'll
Yes,
be
we do.
following it. So thanks so much for joining and spreading the word and all the insights. Look forward
Okay.
to following you guys at 2600 hertz on Twitter and LinkedIn and beyond.
Thanks, Evan. Thanks for having me today. It's been great chatting.
Likewise. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.